Tune in and watch Lori and Amelia as they talk health and wellness, keep you in the know, highlight do-gooders in promo, and spill the tea in Never Have I Ever. And now it's time for the rundown.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. Hello. I'm a little nasally today. I know.
Winter blues. We'll get to all that, but let's get through the business side of this. So welcome everybody to episode 104 of the rundown. I'm Amelia Madl with Promo Corner, and joining me is the stuffy-headed Lori Bolton of Magnet Group, and our sponsor is going to make you smile. Do you know who it is?
Who?
Wowline.
Oh, nice.
So Wowline has added over 200 new items since January of 2025, including their new bottle bangers. I had to look that up because I did not know what that was, and that is an industry exclusive. They have a new 4-in-1 pill holder container, handheld fans, cooler ice pack, and much more. They now offer 225 made in the USA items, with a number of them union printed. They also have new product categories, including bags, drinkware, tech, and pickleball. I know you love your pickleball, Lori, because you are a tennis aficionado. They offer different and unique items, including light-up foam sticks, nail polish, lawn and garden items, and die-cast vehicles. Okay. And Wowline is celebrating 75 years in business in 25 years. No, 75. Whew, math is hard today. They are celebrating 75 years in business as of this year, 2025. So go check them out at wowline.com and tell John Short the lady sent ya.
Said hi and thank you. Love John. Love.
Yes, John. That's cool that they have pickleball. Lori, do you play pickleball a lot?
No, I haven't played, but I want to play because it's supposed to be less stress on your body than tennis, because I haven't been on the court since my car accident. So, which is coming up on 5 years.
To cover, basically, if you're playing partners, it's a lot closer. And you're not having to get aggressive because you're hitting a little wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Basically. So, Lori, we're going to start with you. So, what's going on other than you got the 6?
I know, I've got the 6. I hate it. I do so, at least I think I do good throughout the year with my IVs, my supplements, eating healthy, and drinking my teas. And when I get hit, I get hit. Like it takes me down. Yep. But I think you have a picture. The 6 of us went to Napa for Valentine's weekend. Look at that. And that was at Trefethen, one of our wineries we belong to. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at the mustard fields behind us. Just absolutely gorgeous. The weather was perfect. It was a perfect Valentine's weekend.
I love that. And the daffodils are making me think of spring.
Yes.
Well, exciting for you, girl. You get to see flowers and daffodils. Here I have a frozen tundra. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the weather around the Midwest, but it has been so cold. Today is like a heat wave because it's, 15 degrees above freezing. We have had no school between cold weather, snow, and parent-teacher conference. Today is Friday. It is the first time my kids have been to school since last Tuesday. They have been out of school for over an entire week due to 2 days for parent teacher. We had President's Day, and then all the rest were because the weather was so cold. It was dangerous for people to be outside for more than like 10 minutes at a time.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. Wind chills of -20. Yeah. So bitter cold. My kids are finally back at school. Tonight is senior night for the final last senior night. We've already done one, but this is for tennis. And for dance team. So we get to walk Adeline out for her last ever senior night event tonight. And hopefully I tried to make myself not look too orange. I just went and got a spray tan yesterday. I know I'm so boring. Every time you ask what I'm up to, I'm like, nothing. I haven't done nothing. Weekend, I'm going to a gala, or do you say gala or gala?
I say gala.
Gala. Okay, so do I. I just sometimes I don't know why
I
I
know.
want to say a gala, maybe because it's
A
fancy.
gala.
But I'm going to one for the American Heart Association with my girlfriend. Her husband did not want to. Her husband did not want to rent a tux and go, so I am going to be her date. And obviously, it's freaking freezing and cold, and my body has not seen the sun in months. So I went and got a full body spray tan so that I don't make everybody think I'm dying from being so white.
You're not. You're not white.
Oh, if you saw my tan line from my spray tan, you would see just how white I was beforehand. So I will have pictures tomorrow. So I will add one up here and pop it up here so you can see if I pulled off my spray tan in my dress.
Love, love, love. I can't
So
wait to see
Lori,
photos.
you I know you follow all your health things, but obviously something superseded all of your healthy doings and eating. So what are you giving for us this week to keep living?
So I thought this was good. We're still in the month of February, and it's the 5 self-love languages.
Ooh, okay.
So not everybody is aware that there's 5 self-love languages. So the first one is acts of service. Check something off your to-do list, cook yourself a warming meal, organize your pantry or closet, put fresh sheets on your bed, start planning your side hustle. These are all so, so good. And then physical touch. People love touching. You know me, I love to hug. I love, love, love to hug. Cultivating a nourishing skincare routine. You've got practice yoga or gentle stretching, dry brush, or a gusha, which is one of those jade.
I know
Yes,
what you're talking about. It's like a stone, but it's
yes.
carved out. You can use it for your face.
Yes, and it's to help the blood flow and move Lori sideways. So it's the stone, yes. So it helps, and it like your adrenal glands, it helps with all of it. And then book yourself a massage, take an everything shower and moisturize after. Then you've got quality time. Go on a headphone-free walk or hike. Do you ever go on a walk and not have your pods in?
One, I don't even want to step outside right now. Literally, I open the door and kick the dogs out. It's too cold. No outside walking in the wintertime in the Midwest for me.
I love it.
But
I will alternate.
I do go for walks sometimes, but I do like to have music, even if music is playing, like I can still get in my own head. It's when it's
Yeah.
complete silence that I have a hard time. Like I can't deal with complete silence. I always have to have a little bit of
Something
background.
going on. Book a solo brunch at your favorite place. Create a daily coffee routine. Try, start talk therapy. For receiving gifts, buy yourself a bouquet of flowers. Enroll in a wellness course. Start a DIY project, which you love to do. Book a new fitness class. Order your favorite takeout. Words of affirmation. Write yourself a love letter. Call your best pep talk friend. Set your lock screen to an empowering quote. Listen to self-love meditation. Start a gratitude journal. So those are the 5 love languages, self-love languages. Not love languages because there's others, but that's for yourself.
All right. So the 5 love, I have 2 questions on those that came to my mind
Yes.
when we were talking. The first one, when you talk about sheets, I have 2 teenagers and I've seen this on the news. What is up with the kids these days not using a top sheet?
Oh,
You have like a 20-year-old. Does he use a top sheet?
Lucas is 24. He absolutely uses a top sheet and loves it.
Okay, neither of my kids will use a top sheet. And it's a whole thing. It's like a generational thing where kids don't use a top sheet. And I tell them how nasty it is.
It's gross.
It is gross unless they're going to wash their comforter like every single week. Like
Why is that?
I
Why
don't
don't they like a top sheet?
I don't know. It's a weird thing. The other question I was going to ask, let me go back to your love languages. Ooh, the DIY projects. I have a couple of the works. It's too cold for me to really start painting because if I know they have non-fume paints, but sometimes you just want to open windows and get fresh air. But I sold my dining room table. I bought a new light fixture. I got new chairs. I brought a rug in. So I'm redoing my dining room because nobody used it as a dining room to make it more of a sitting room. Hopefully it gets used more. If not, it'll look prettier. So I'm going to repaint that, and then over spring break, I'm going to redo my office. But I'm waiting till I can like tear everything down. And
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
I love my DIY projects.
Yes.
I keep
And
running out, but graduation is coming soon. So I'm like, I want we painted the outside of the house in the end of the year. So now I want to redo, rooms in the inside. And my next thing before May is I will touch up all of the trim work in my house, which will take me a while, but I will repaint all of that.
So exciting.
Keeps me busy. I like clean trim. I hate dirty trim. It drives me crazy when you can see like where the vacuum has like scuffed it, because I have like an off-white color. So
love it. So little self-love.
So there's my self-love, scrubbing the baseboards. That's I'm so fun. So fun.
I love it. I love it.
All right, Lori, you said you know some stuff this week. So I'm going to let you go first, and I will check off who you mentioned, and then I will go from there.
Goodness, if you know, you know. Jill Rogers, she's up in the Pacific Northwest. She is now VP of Marketing at iClick.
Okay, I did not know that one.
Yes. And then our lovely Amanda Maynard.
Yes.
At Hirsch just got promoted to Director of National Accounts.
Yes.
Good job, Amanda. Good job. And then Tracy Roan and Steve Roan. Tracy is the Senior Account Manager at ASI. Steve is the National Sales Manager at Snug. They both have been inducted into the Promotional Products Association of the Mid-South Hall of Fame. So congratulations, Tracy and Steve.
Power couple just crushing it, right?
Power couple for sure. For sure, for sure. And then the promotions department, which is in Los Angeles, California, huge organization, woman owned by Linda Tolchin. They have named Roy Cruz as CEO and Richard Hill as CRO. Nice. And these are two lovely gentlemen. So they're doing some great things. They're heavy in the sports world. So Ashley Smalley, she is been promoted to Strategic Account Representative at Gemline. Congratulations, Ashley. And then sweet Nicole McLoone, she is she left Logomark and she is now the National Account Manager at Snugs.
Nice.
Yes.
So much stuff going on.
I know. So congratulations, Nicole. Super proud of you, girl. She's in the Florida area. And she used to work with us at Logomark.
All right. Well, I have a few other movers. So one, I was surprised and also super happy for. So my buddy Joel Crane, who was at Tervis forever, and he was at Cap America recently. So he was named Vice President of Sales and Marketing over at Natural Trends. So,
wow.
Yeah, big change. Brett Long, I'm not sure where he's going. He put something out that he's got something new coming, and I checked before we went on to see if there was any hints, and I could not figure it out yet. So can't wait to see what he's doing. Matt Argo joined Discount Marketing Products as the National Sales Manager. So kudos to him. Let's see. You have that one. I've got to go off my list here. Lori beat me to a few. Other happenings. So Galaxy is celebrating 35 years in business. We just talked about Wowline 75 years, but Galaxy, formerly Galaxy Balloon, has 35 years, which is amazing. Wow. And then I saw something pretty cool. I'm going to pop this picture up. So do you know who that gentleman is in front?
I do.
None other than Mr. Damon from FUBU, and also Shark Tank.
Shark Tank,
so,
yes.
Yeah, he had done a deal with foam coolers on Shark Tank, and recently Cruzy Group established an exclusive partnership with foam. And since Damon is part of that group, he went and toured Cruzy, and they got a little selfie there, and that's pretty freaking cool.
So cool. We might see him walking the floors of PPAI next year.
Ooh, I think he's been a speaker. I think he's been on the floor before. I feel like somebody has told me, or I've seen a picture of him. So bonus points. Lori, you failed a little bit with your rap music trivia last time when you thought SZA was Alicia Keys' husband.
Yes. No, not Alicia Keys. Was it Alicia Keys? Yes, it was Alicia Keys.
Yeah, I was still laughing about that. But redemption points. Do you know
Yes.
what FUBU stands for?
Oh, you don't want me to guess that.
Do you not know? I thought you would know, being like back in your Nike days. And
No.
For Us by Us.
Oh, that's sweet. I love that.
No.
I love that.
I don't even know. Like, FUBU was super popular back in the 90s. Like, you know, it had everything was big written FUBU on it, like Gap back in the day. I don't know. It's still a brand, but I don't know if it's like
how relevant
out
it is
there with like putting logos that big on the front of your apparel. So, little fun facts there for you.
I love that. I'm just remembering it in my head. And if we can go back really quick to Kendrick Lamar,
Yeah.
He is the first rapper, I heard this on the news, first rapper to have 3 albums in the top 10.
Sweet. Did you go back and start listening to more of his music after the Super Bowl? Or were you already like getting
I was already getting there, but there were so many there's so many what's the word I'm looking for? I'm foggy in my head, but so many symbolisms, if you will, throughout his performance, and that was interesting to read up on after the fact of like, it was very interesting. So it was good.
I know a lot of people were like, it was boring, and I was like, one, do some research on who he was, understand the messaging, because there was a lot of messaging on there.
Yes.
My husband was like, somebody was like, that was Serena Williams. And I was like, yeah, that was Serena Williams. Yeah. Do your research. And my husband's like, what's everyone upset about her dancing for? And I was like, it's called the Crip Walk. And he was like, what? And I was like, I can't even, too much explaining. I can't even go there with you. Like, go Google, figure it out. I can't give you a whole history on the past 10 years of.
But I knew all that. Like, I had done my research, because that does not come easy to me. So I did do my research, and yeah, her past relationship with Drake, and he invited her up there. Like, I don't know. I just thought it was really cool.
It was really cool. And for anybody that complained like it was boring, those are the same people that complained a year or two ago because there are half-naked women on stage dancing on poles, gyrating, twerking. I mean, this was a very clean, family-friendly.
Agreed.
So I was like, let's pick your battles. When you tell me you like another performer better because you like their music, but then they are basically naked on stage and performing in ways that you do not want little itty bitties watching, which everybody watches the Super Bowl. So I don't know. Pick your battles, I guess.
I'm crazy.
Okay. Well, let's talk about some do-gooders. So yes. I don't know if you have any, but I wanted to make everybody aware that nominations for PPAI's 2025 Woman of Achievement Award are now open. So if you know a do-gooder or an awesome or amazing person, I'm sure if you want to nominate them, they are a do-gooder. They're doing a lot for our community. So make sure you nominate those. The nomination should have advanced women in promotional products and exhibited outstanding leadership in the industry and to their communities. And just as a recap, we mentioned them a while back, but last year's recipients were Janet McMaster and Joy Smith. So you have until March 28th. So y'all got a little bit of time. Get out there, start submitting. Yes, there is a full list of requirements, so just go to ppai.org and check out the requirements. The also do-gooder that I noticed, we had mentioned the fires and how SAC was accepting donations, but Champ Pro is donating to students affected by California wildfires. So Champ Pro does backpacks and apparel and stuff, so they are doing donations for students that are affected. So good job.
Nice.
Yeah. Lori, you've been down for a little bit. I don't know how much R&R time you've had. I don't think you've been traveling a ton lately, but do you have anything to watch, know, or be aware of?
So I mentioned it last time, but you have to continue to watch it because I think it's brilliant, but it's The Flip Off, so the 4th episode just dropped over the weekend, And Christina brought back her second ex-husband, which is Aunt Anstead. So he
Mhm.
was the judge. It's really good. I love, at least on camera, it looks like they're all getting along in some fashion. And I'm enjoying that. I love that whole design aspect. So it's bubblegum for the mind, but it's good. And who knew that wallpaper on the ceiling is back? And who knew wallpaper as a whole is back?
I did. Last year in one of my DIY things, when I needed something, I did stick and peel paper in my bathroom and my laundry
Yes.
room.
So
Yeah.
good. I'm inspired. I don't want a big room, just a small room to wallpaper. It's a lot of
Yeah,
work.
and you don't even have to do a whole room. You can do, if you have like a boring wall or something, you can do just like
Just
a
one wall.
cutout. Just yeah.
I like it, Amelia. I like it.
Okay, so I am caught up with Flip Off, and I did see that. And it's also really weird how similar Christina and Heather are. I mean, if they could be
Crazy.
sisters from a different mister, they would be. Like, they look alike, they talk alike, they dress alike, they design alike.
It's
Okay, I know
crazy.
it's weird. I think it says something about Tarek, but
Yes.
for a different therapy session.
Yes.
So if you have not seen this or don't know about this girl, this is something I think you would be super interested in. So there was a Netflix series and it was called Apple Cider Vinegar.
Okay.
And it is a true story. This has a little elaborating because it is a Netflix movie, but it is a true story of this girl. Belle Gibson was an Aussie blogger who claimed she had a stage 4 brain tumor, and then she launched a wellness app called The Whole Pantry. And The Whole Pantry was this app, and it was a collection of like healthy recipes and a guide to positive thinking and how all of these can have an effect on your well-being. And basically she was saying she was not going to do Western medicine for her stage 4 brain tumor. She was doing all this positive stuff and healthy eating. And that had helped her, cured her, got her into remission. So she was falsifying all this. All these people were paying for an app that had real issues and cancer. And I mean, people were not taking treatments that they needed because they thought, well, if it helped her, it will help us. So it's called Apple Cider Vinegar. Again, that it is a movie, so it's based loosely. There's some added features, and then there is another like little segment on Netflix, and it's called The Search for Instagram's Worst Con Artist. And if you go to episode 2, it's more of a docu-series about this Belle Gibson and who she was and how she started doing it. Like, she had a deal with Apple to put her app on all Apple devices.
Whoa.
And nobody researched her enough to know she was full of shit, and she didn't know what she was talking about.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah. The recipes, I'm sure, are probably divine, but the rest of her was so...
That is unbelievable. So where is she now?
Still in Australia. I don't know that she actually had any jail time. Her biggest thing was fraud. She was saying that she was giving a portion of proceeds to charities, and then she would also kind of be the face of like, oh, this kid is sick, give money and we'll help and we'll do all this stuff. And then she was pocketing the funds and not giving the monies to the charities. So she was in a legal battle for a long time afterwards, and she owes a ton of money that has not been paid, but I don't know if she ever actually went to jail.
Wow.
Didn't.
That's incredible.
Like the Theranos lady that was like selling it as a medical, it was an app and like a state of mind. So
That's crazy.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So when you're home this weekend resting up, watch
Yes. Apple cider vinegar. And what network is it on?
Netflix.
Netflix. I love that because that's right up my alley. Not the whole line piece, but I'm curious to see how she presented this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lori, do you have have you ever?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
Um,
Never have you ever constantly gone sideways on your iPad?
this has never happened. I don't know what's happening. Never have I ever picked up a hitchhiker.
No.
No, me neither. I love my life too much. And not that all hitchhikers are bad. I mean, I know that in Europe it's probably super common where they're going to another hostel or going to work. I just have always been brought up that you don't pick up somebody you don't know.
Mm-mm. No, I was trying to remember back to being like a child if I'd ever been in the car where my mom had maybe, but I don't think never a true hitchhiker. Like maybe somebody that we knew more
Right.
casually, their car had broke down and we picked them up and gave them a ride, but they were known to us. They were not a complete stranger. No, girl, if I'm in a city that I don't know and it's shady and there are people on the street, stoplights begging for money and car doors, I'm dating myself. I lock the doors. Doors are usually
Yes.
automatically locked as soon as you put it in the gear, but I make sure my doors are locked because I watch
Yes.
many crazy shows where people come and like grab you out of the car and carjack you or steal your money or take you hostage. So
Right? I know. So no, I do not. Have you, so I'm going to just add one other little spin here. Have you ever hitchhiked?
I've never hitchhiked, but when I was in high school, I think I've told this story. My car did break down once. I ran out of gas because my gas meter didn't work in the car. And my parents were both out of town. And I was a couple miles from my house or a couple miles from the town. And it was at night. I had just gotten off work and I started walking on the blacktop. Luckily, I lived in a small town. Somebody picked me up and took me to town. And then the nice guys that knew me and my family went and put gas in my car and brought it back to town for me and did all this stuff. But yeah, I was walking on a dark highway, I call it the blacktop, like a paved road by myself at night.
Yeah.
Didn't
Oh
have an
my
option,
goodness.
didn't have cell phones back then. I was in high school.
Right.
I didn't have a cell phone. So it was.
Yes.
All right, well, we're going to end this and let Lori go to bed. So thank you again to our sponsor, Wowline. Go check them out at wowline.com. Thank you, John Short, for always being a supporter of us. Be sure to share your do-gooders and industry news. And then tune in again on March 14th. It's almost going to be spring.
That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Spring is here.
Spring is in
Love.
the air.
Love.